Okay, hey everyone. I am going to try this chair. Now I'll tell you the reason why. I'll show you the reason why. These chairs come apart, they rip up, look at that. How old would you think this chair is? It's only 6 months old. So I saw this, and it's carbon fiber. Carbon fiber and leather is what it says. So the steering wheel in my car, the steering wheel cover is carbon fiber, and it has lasted 4 years. So hopefully this will last. I've got insurance or extended warranty on this other chair, but so we'll just open this up and see what's in it and see what it looks like and see if it's going to work. And then I'll claim the insurance on this other one because it won't be very long and it'll be coming completely apart. I don't know why, if it's the Arizona weather that it's dry and it tears up the leather or what. Anyway, give me a second and I'm going to open this up and we'll see what's inside of it, and then I'll get right back with you. Okay, this are the instructions, or assembly menu is what they call it. It's got all the parts and labeled, and it's pictures. Look, if you can't put something together with pictures, you got a problem. Safety information, warning, this bag is not a toy. Partially assembled, already making the remaining assembly faster and easier. If any missing, damaged, or damaged, please feel free to contact us. Click your orders, problem with order, contact seller, customer service 24/7. Team all on your shopping experience, all for your shopping experience. Okay. And this, let's see. Soontrans. Dear customers, since 2020, Soontrans' passionate and dedicated team continues to innovate with high-quality gaming chairs with spirit of soul gaming. Offers our customer a comfortable gaming and working experience. It is well packaged, that is for sure. Okay, I'm going to have to close you off again to move this box somewhere and take the contents out because I just don't have any room. I'll get right back with you. Okay, here are all the parts. All taken out of the packages except for the armrest. And that's the bottom pneumatic bar or pole. And then the other things that's not taken out yet are the wheels. And I can tell you one thing that I like already. I mean, it was well packaged. I can tell you that, but now I've heard some people don't like this, but I do. I love the smell of a new car, and that's what this smells like. It smells like real leather, not the stuff that I'm sitting on right now that's coming apart after 6 months. This smells like real leather. So, and it feels good. And the carbon mesh, I tell you, if it holds up like my my steering wheel did, or is. I mean, it's just like a car seat. Oh, and it's got a vibrating lumbar. And I guess it's got a way you can connect the or recharge your phones and stuff like that. I don't know. It's when something looks too easy, it usually means a problem. But I don't know. This has to be the super easiest looking thing. I mean, we're going to put the coasters uh, onto the 5-star 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spindle and the pneumatic tube on it. That'll be 1 and 2. And then 3, unscrew the pre-installed screws with screwdriver. Fix the control unit base B to the back of the chair. And then 4, you slide the headrest and attach an O-ring and frame as shown. It walks you right through it. Man, I love the smell. I mean, I promise you, I've heard of people who don't like the smell of a new car. For some reason, they gag and claim, I don't know if they're just whiners or what. I love the smell of a new car with leather interior. Smells like my Daytona Turbo Z. They don't make those anymore. I bought it for $15,500. It had been driven 20 miles in the Easter Day parade, so they had to sell it as used. And it had all leather on the interior, and it was all black. I had that car for years, and I remember going to California. We were on I-5, and I looked out the rearview mirror, and I see nothing except for smoke. and then the smoke started coming up through the vents. And so I decided, okay, it's time to pull off. And I pulled off, and smoke was coming out everywhere. And I looked up got to the phone booth with phone book in National City Dodge. I called them up, and they says, your turbo went out. I said, what? And they says, yeah, your turbo went out. And I said, okay. And they said, you got a choice. And I says, what's that? And they said, now this was kind of weird but amazing to me. They says, you got a choice. You can get the OME, original equipment, and it's going to run you something, I think it was like $1,350, and it had I think it was a 13,000 miles or 13 months warranty on it. Or for $900, I could get a rebuilt, but it was a brand or a rebuilt that all the Dodge places had, and it had a 5-year warranty on it and 50,000 miles. So go figure what I chose. I'm like, did you read that right? I asked the guy. He says, it's right. And so so they put it on, and I had no problem. And I went back when I made it back to North Carolina after I did my training in California at MCRD San Diego, and I got back to North Carolina, and my stepfather came to visit, and we went out to Quaker Neck to play golf. And after we played golf, we got in the car and started it, and it just whined loud. And he says, always do that? I says, no, never. So we called the Dodge company then, and they says, your clutch has gone out. And they says, unfortunately, it's going to cost you a ton of money because that is not an internally lubricated part. So remember that. Except they don't make Dodge Daytonas anymore like that. And so I put in, they came up and they picked it up in a wrecker and everything and picked us up and drove us home. And then they called us, I guess it was about a week later to come and get it. And you're going to love this. We go to get it, and they pulled it up into the garage there where you accept your car and all that. And I'm signing for it. And when the guy got out, he hit the locks. And when he hit the locks, the car was still going and the air conditioner was going. And it's humid in North Carolina. So all the windows completely fogged up. And so they could not see to hit the button to unlock it. And I didn't have a spare key, and they tried to run a spare key, and the code was 99999, and they said, that doesn't seem right, but let's run it and see what happens. So they put a blank in it and ran it 9999999, and it came out just blank. And so they ended up having to call a locksmith who came out, and they were trying to, National Dodge was trying to pull it up, pull the side of the door open so they could get it with a jimmy stick. And the locksmith says, don't do that. You will definitely mess up the power locks. So he just did a little thing with the actual keyhole and opened it up. And so then, I'm not joking, then I get a recall on the gas hose. And they says you got to have your gas hose replaced because evidently some have been leaking. And so I take it down there, And they said it's going to be about a day. So they called me the next day. I went down and got it, drove it home, and I smelled gas everywhere. I mean, it started leaking. It wasn't leaking before they fixed it, or supposedly, and put the new hose on. Anyway, then I get another recall on the side panels where it says Turbo Z, that those have been warping. So I was like, okay. And so took it down, but mine weren't warped. But I took it down, they put the new panels on, and that thing, the panels warped after that. Then, now this is all within a year. I'm not joking. Then I hear that I need it was time to replace the belts and hoses and everything. And I was like, okay, how much is that going to cost? And they says, it'll run you about $50 total. Okay, good. So they did that, and I went down to get it, and they pulled it up into the service entry, and all of a sudden water gushed out. They didn't replace the water pump, so it blew the water pump, and I had to pay for that. And that car was a nightmare. I'm not joking. And then years later, it was kind of funny because but it was fast. But years later, I know y'all are probably not interested, but it is funny all this happened. Years later, I walked out there to get in the car, and of course I had a little truck, but I was going to use that car for some reason. I got in it and turned it on, and the oil light came on, and the idiot gauge for the oil was on 0. And I'm like, what in the heck's going on? So I didn't start it, and I says, I wonder if she's got any oil in the trunk, And I raised up the hatchback, and here's probably 50 empty cans of oil, or the plastic things of oil. And so I went in, and she had been working nights, and I woke her up, and I says, what is going on with this car? And she says, I don't know. It just loses oil, so much oil. She says she was putting a quart in it each day before she would take it to work. And then she would put another quart in it when her shift was over to drive it home. We only lived like 2 blocks from where, she worked. And I said, something's wrong here. And I climbed underneath it, and there was a gash in the oil pan, a big gash. And she swore up and down she didn't know how it happened, but, who knows? But, yeah, that car was crazy. It just, things happened to it right and left. Anyway, so I'm going to, if I had a photographer here or a videographer, I would have them video me putting this together. But since I don't, I'm just going to have to shut y'all off again and put it together and then show you what it looks like and tell you if it was easy or hard and all that good stuff. Okay? The whole room is smelling like leather, fresh leather now. Okay, we'll talk to you in a bit. Bye. Okay, we're back. It's together. Took me all of 20 minutes, maybe, if that. Yeah, it was about 20 minutes, I would say. I mean, with instructions like this, you can't go wrong. I don't even know if it has I was looking, some places or some things give you a time of how long it's going to take. It doesn't tell that, but that's okay. It didn't take long at all. And it'll lay all the way back if I want it to. Come all the way forward. And there's the footrest. And I'm not real tall, so it fits me perfect. And the vibrating lumbar is pretty good. It's not a heavy vibration, but it's pretty good. You know, you just plug it in and let it go. And this tucks away. I've probably got something tangled here. Now it's straight. But the headrest fits perfect. And it is more comfortable than that thing that's coming apart after 6 months. I think this one's going to last. I have this feeling from just sitting in it. You can tell the difference in the workmanship and everything. So what I'll do is use the other one. Well, I'll use this one, but I'll see if this one starts, because I've got a 5-year warranty on this one. The new one, it's got a 1-year warranty, but I went for the 5-year extended warranty. And on the other one, I think I've got a 3-year warranty on it. The brown one that's coming apart already. And it seems like with the brown ones, I don't know what it is, 6 months to a year they come apart. And I've always gotten my money back for them, you know, so that will pay for the black one. But I'm going to see if it comes apart more, and then I'll turn it in. Okay, this was $139 on Amazon. Let me see if it's just double checking. Yeah, it was 139 with $12.80, 139.86, $12.84 tax. Brings it to 152.70. And for $21.99, I have a 5-year indoor furniture accident protection plan. So if it comes apart or does anything, I can claim it. And I'll tell you what, the extended warranty and accident protection plans and all that, they are worth it. Because I had a computer once, and I was sitting in here, and I heard it get delivered. Heard it. I mean, kaboom! Whoever brought it up just threw it down on the deck outside and ran. And I came in, and the first thing that was wrong with it is it wouldn't post. And so the company says, oh, well, it's got to be a graphics card. So take out your graphics card and send it to us, and we'll send you a new one. Okay. So I did that, and, it took it about 4 or 5 days to get there. And then it took like 4 or 5 days to get back and put it in, and it worked. And then it started acting up again. About exactly a year or so later, when it was going to be out of warranty anyway, and I called the company, and because I had no sound, and they says, well, let's do some things. So we went through all these little things, and we got my sound back, but then it disappeared again. And I'm like, okay, this ain't right. And so anyway, I called him back again, and we walked through the same thing, and we actually completely formatted my hard drive, and put Windows back on it and everything. Same thing. And that's when the guy says, oh, it's your sound card, but you're out of warranty. And I'm like, yeah, by a day or so. And they're like, still out of warranty. There's nothing we can do. It's company policy. And I'm like, okay. I say, if you're going to be that way, I'll be sure and pass your names around. And, oh, but wait a minute. You've still got the extended warranty. Call this company. And I called this company, and they kept having all these different techs, telling me to do the same exact thing. And finally, one guy, well, they gave me another number, and I knew what it was. It's for down and out techs who can't get any type of employment. And usually those people are not very good anyway. And this guy got on the phone, and it sounded like a party was going on. And he says, okay, this is what I want you to do, blah, blah, blah. And I says, look, I've been doing it. No, you will do what I said. Oh, I came unglued when he acted like that. You don't talk to me like that. If he'd have been in my apartment, I'd have thrown him out physically. I got mad. So, and then I called the company that referred me to them, and I said, look, I said, I'm going to let you know right now, I'm a tech, and everything I'm going through is redundant. And I says, the last guy actually yelled at me, and I says, I don't take that from anybody. And I says, now I want my money. So I says, either I get my money or we go to court. And I've been putting up with this for close to a month, I would say. And the guy asked me some questions, some technical questions, and I answered them. He was like, oh, You are a tech? Yeah, I am. And I says, I'm also a webmaster, and you know, I know the code, regular codes, and not any of this uh, throw together a website real easy. So those automatic programs where you can build a website real easy. If I have to, I can actually do codes. And yeah, it's been years, but I can do them. But anyway, so they sent me the money for the computer, which paid for that computer. If I had not had the extended warranty, I would have been out over $800. Actually, $1,300. So they're worth it, for the 20 something dollars I paid for the extended warranty. It saved me over 800 something dollars because they took off, um, I guess, a year's use or what, prorated it or whatever. And anyway, I was able to purchase a new one with that. So yeah, I'm just talking about the extended warranties, and I'll call them up, and I'll take pictures and show them this. And I think what they ought to do is actually put, because I've seen it before, right underneath the description of a chair or whatever, it will show the number of returns it's had, and that'll let you know if it was, if it's good or bad or cheaply made or whatever. I think they ought to start doing that, but they won't do it. I mean, I was looking at some the difference in leathers, and top hide is the most expensive, and it lasts the longest. But it said on there, you would have to get used to the creases and stuff. Heck, I get used to the creases. It's the torn up places that bother the inside of my arms and everything else. So I can get used to creases. They're smooth. What can you say? But they last the longest, and it goes down, and it goes all the way down to PU, polyurethane leathers, and all that. And it tells us which one. That was on a site that I saw. It tells which leathers from the top end down to the bottom end, and which ones will last the longest, and so forth. Anyway, I've rabbled on enough. Hope this helps someone out, and I'll post the link down below. And remember, if you're in a warm place, go swimming. And if you're in a cold place, find a warm place to go swimming. Can't find that, snuggle up. Y'all stay safe, and we will talk to y'all soon. Love y'all. Bye.